April 2021 will be observed as Eco-Conscious Citizens Day of Action against noise pollution. Advocates are planning simultaneous formal complaints of noise pollution at various local police stations and ask for investigations and prosecution where necessary. In line with the Criminal Offences Act, which underscores that causing excessive noise is a criminal offence, we've been joined on the line by Awula Serwah, lead organizer, to share more on this initiative with us. Hello and welcome to Metro News.
Hello, and thank you for inviting me.
Great to have you. What has necessitated your campaign against noise pollution? What exactly are your aims?
Well, our aims are to restore sanity. Our aims are to restore sanity. The noise is just too much, and the time has come for action to be taken. A typical day could start, for example, by a dawn preacher just waking up and disturbing the neighborhood, or it could be the Muslim call for worship. This could be followed by vehicles selling whatever you want, having loudspeakers on their vehicles going up and down. You could have a social event. You could have a church service. You know, the noise goes on and on and on. And the authorities just stand idly by and do nothing. They don't seem to realize that it's a criminal offense, as you have rightly said. It's against the Criminal Act 29. The Criminal Offences Act, which clearly states that making excessive noise is a criminal offense. And more importantly, it is damaging our health, both mental and physical. So the time has come for action to be taken. As an organization, we've received so many complaints from residents who are suffering from the intolerable noise in the metropolis.
Now, you intend to ask environmental department of district assemblies to, as you put in your communique, do the job that they are paid to do and fulfill their mandate and take action against noise pollution. Is this to categorically say that these environmental agencies or officers have failed in tackling noise pollution across the country?
Well, I think you could answer the question yourself. You know very well that whether it's at night, whether it's during the day, the EPA, Environmental Protection Agency, has set decibel levels. When there's noise pollution and one reports it, at least in my experience, in the experience of those who have reported to me, the authorities don't seem to act. It's a game of ping pong. They'll say, for example, go to the EPA. The EPA will say that actually the environmental officers within their assemblies are tasked to do this. They should do their job. They are being paid. Environmental issues are important. They should enforce the law. So it's all about enforcing the laws, and they just do not take the appropriate action. So people are just inundated with noise, noise, noise from dawn to dusk, and it's affecting our health. So yes, the police should take action because it's a criminal offense, and the municipal assemblies have environmental department, which should also do the work they are mandated to do.
Now, granted that the authorities may be slacking in doing their jobs, when it comes to the issue of noise pollution, don't you agree that a lot more education has to get to the people to really understand that they have the right to file a case of noise pollution against an individual or an institution? How about, away from the problem of leadership, how about, you know, the citizenry themselves? How far has education gone on noise pollution?
Well, the citizens have been doing their bit. They have been reporting. They report because they know that it's against the law, and the authorities do not do enough, or in some cases do absolutely nothing, especially against the churches and the beer bars, who think that religious organizations are exempt from the law. Education is important, but without enforcement, education only goes so far. You can educate people. They might know it's wrong. If they persist in doing the wrong thing, you don't keep on educating them. You keep enforcing the law, and they'll learn. So that is why on 6 April, we are embarking on this day of action and saying enough is enough. We are reporting to the police, do your work, enforce the law. We are also saying municipal assemblies, do your work. We, the citizens, are telling you, in case you don't know, that part of your law is to enforce the regulations on noise pollution. So 6 April, we are embarking on the day of action because enough is enough. I can even show you an article written by elder statesman KB Asante, where he wrote, "Can Accra be made less noisy?" This was in 2007, the Voice from Afar article, Monday 2007. So the noise pollution didn't start today. We want to make Accra the cleanest city in Africa. A clean city cannot be a noisy city. Apart from cleanliness, noise also needs to be tackled. So we are trying to tell the authorities, please wake up. You've been mandated to do your job. Yes, educate, but enforcement is key. If you refuse to enforce, the noisemakers who are in the minority will continue interfering with our constitutional right to peace and quiet in the comfort of our homes.
Now, your campaign is not the first to advocate for noise pollution to be addressed. What strategies are you deploying to achieve your objectives? What indicators are you working with to determine progress?
Well, the determination of progress will be the number of complaints that are made. We want them filmed, we want them put on social media, and we also would have an indicator as to how many prosecutions or cautions result from the complaints being made. Because presently, the complaints are made. Sometimes the police, I have to say, do not even realize that excessive noise making is a criminal offense, and they'll tell you that please go to the EPA. But you're the police, and you're supposed to enforce the law. Therefore, you're the right people to come to. So we are hoping that from the 6th of April, there'll be a mass education. Eyes will be open to the fact that you cannot, just because you are selling something, wake up the whole neighborhood. You cannot, because you're a church or because you're a mosque, wake up everybody. You need to keep to the decibel levels. If you're a church and you're worshiping, the noise should not go outside the confines of your church. Or if you must shout, then make your premises soundproof. You cannot inflict your noise on everybody else. So our indicators will be the level of, complaints that are taken down, the awareness that is raised, and the stakeholders who begin to understand what their job is. And we'll be taking note, we'll be ensuring that prosecutions or at least cautions are taken on that day. And it's going to be continuous. The 6th of April is only the start of enforce noise laws. Enforce noise laws. Educate, but enforcement is key. Enough is enough. Our mental health and our physical health is suffering from excessive noise. From dawn to dusk, enough is enough.
So before you go, lastly, take us through some of the activities that will transpire on the day of action, 6th March.
Well, the day of action will be that between now and the 6th of March, residents have got diaries where they are logged noise being made, who is making the noise, the time of noise, the action they have taken. All this is being logged. On the 6th of April, they would go to the police station and they'll make complaints about the noise that they are being forced to endure. The police will have to take down the complaints. If they don't, then we should also take action against the police. We'll do some vox pop so that we can have this on social media, the complaints being made. And then we'll also go to the municipal assemblies and make the complaints to them as well. And also say that the citizens are going to set up noise teams so that they can also take action when noise is being made outside hours. The municipal assemblies close at 5 p.m. When there's noise at 10 p.m., 11 p.m., what do you do? So the noise teams can then take this up and then report to the police and ensure that they take action. So this is what we intend to do. So it started from today. Today is the 20th of March. We started. We got our diaries. We are noting the noise being made, the decibel levels, the action that has been taken, going to the noisemaker and asking them to please not make noise, not to infringe the constitutional laws and the Criminal Offences Act, what the response is, and so forth and so forth.
Right. Awula Serwah, thank you so much
for
joining us.
Thank you for inviting
on
me.
Newsnight. Awula Serwah as lead organizer, talking about noise pollution, Day of Action, 6th April 2021. You're watching Newsnight on Metro Television. My name is Noble Crosby, and we are back with more